Alright. Call Halalim Yahweh by Shimi Hawashai Wahakadash Wakawa Brakatam. Alright, double honors to GMS, Shalom to the hopeful elect. This is kind of an old paper from Guttmacher Institute. Kind of skimmed it. I just wanted the numbers. Most abortions in the United States are attained by minority women. Alright, so Hispanic, you see, is 22%. Other is 8%. White is 34%. And black is 37%. In the other, they have Asians, Japhetic, or the Pacific Islanders, Native Americans, and those of mixed race. These numbers add to 101% of a small overlap because of the Hispanic, black, and other categories. Once again, it's old, but it's a pretty commonly known fact that black women are one of the biggest doers. Nigger women are the biggest performers of abortion. Which that the fault really goes back to Esau. All right. The fault really goes back to Esau, and that the whole Margaret Sanger Planned Parenthood, abomination, which that's kind of off the topic for today's lesson, but everyone knows about that one. Margaret Sanger, a known eugenicist, she just wanted to kill all the Israelites, man. She had it out for the Israelites. She had it out for us, as do all these Edomites, and she cast lots, all right, to put us all to death, man, to put those abortion clinics in our neighborhood, okay? But at the end of the day, even though she did that, and we know the fault goes to Esau, the truth has hit these four corners, man, all right? The truth is out here. We're in the information age. You woman, you should know better. All right, so I got a book here called The Black Jacobins by C.L.R. James. Toussaint Louverture and the San Domingo Revolution, 2nd edition revisal. And this is page 16. And I'm going to start at in the middle of the page. If a planter conceived a passion for a young slave, her mother would poison his wife with the idea of placing her daughter at the head of the household. The slaves would poison the young children of a master in order to ensure the plantation succeeded to one son. All right, so as you see here, the slaves use poison to, remove people, problem targets inside the slave master's household. In the beginning, if a slave master wanted a young slave, the slaves would kill his wife so then he could take the young slave and they can have someone at the head of the household, or the slaves would kill the young children of the master to allow the plantation to succeed to one son. By this means, they prevented the plantation from being broken up and the gang dispersed. On certain plantations, the slaves decimated their number by poison so as to keep the number of slaves small and prevent their masters embarking on larger schemes which would increase the work. For this reason, a slave would poison his wife, another would poison his children, and a Negro nurse declared in court that for years she poisoned every child that she brought into the world. All right. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast that gives suck to the young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel, like the archers in the wilderness, and they became cruel through these curses. In Deuteronomy chapter 28, which I'm going to pull out a scripture on that one. Okay, when you look into this word cruel, fierce, cruel, implication deadly, brave. Well, not brave, that's not what it's talking about. Cruel, fierce, all right, of poison. Oh man, of poison. And I just brought that out. This book, the San Domingo Revolution, this is talking about Jake, the Levites that were brought in there from Guinea. The Levites that were brought in there from West Africa, and forced to work there. And those Levites, they already knew about herbs and poisons and the like, and they were using those poisons for various assassinations, violence, but uses a bold, brave. No, that's not. That's talking about harsh, cruel, hence an enemy, fierce, virulent, used of poison. Exactly. You know, and a woman that's still like this. You know, they're very poisonous and toxic to be around. You know, and there's too many things to bring out. I want to keep this kind of short. Um, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. So let's go into that word, madness. All right, because you got to be out of your mind to want to, kill your child. Madness, craziness, fiercely madness. All right, wild and helpless panic, madness. You got to be, out of your damn mind to kill, a child that's yours. Now if it's a Edomite, if the woman was raped or something, you know, I still don't think you should kill a child, man. But I'm not gonna really comment on that. I'm not gonna really comment on that because a woman that have an Edomite child, and she's already fucking marked. All right, she's done. All right, no one want nothing to do with that fucking abomination. All right, that fucking mamzer. Nobody want anything to do with that nigga. Fuck that nigga. All right, let that nigga die. Fucking mamzer. All right, but as you see here, black women are the uh, biggest proportion of abortions historically too. All right, I'm gonna pull out one last script. What was the last one I was thinking about? Lamentations 4 and 3. Yeah, like Leviticus, chapter 18. All right, and I got another book I'm gonna read, and we're gonna go get it after this, cause all this abortion. All right, we're gonna find out where all this abortion comes from. Leviticus chapter 18 verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Moloch, neither shalt thou profane the name of the Most High Yahweh. I am the Lord. Uh, profane the name of thy power. I am Yahweh. All right, I'm gonna get a book, the Harper's Bible Handbook, and I'm going to go to a specific page that talks about the religion of Canaan. All right, and we're going to read that, because it's good to look into various commentaries, if you have them around. They'll help you get a better perspective of things, because we're not, we don't always have the ability to do archaeological digs like these Edomites do. These Edomites are obsessed with this stuff, right? Because they know that the prophecies are coming true, that this isn't a storybook, and that his time is up. All right, so religion of the Canaanites, page 166. All right, so once again, this is Halley's Bible Handbook, which is under Zondervan. And page 166, Religion of the Canaanites. All right, and so this is archaeological notes on page 166. We're going to go all the way. Let's just read the whole thing. Canaanite religion. God's express command to Israel was to destroy or drive out the Canaanites. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 2 and 3. And Joshua went at the task in dead earnest, God himself helping with mighty miracles. In reality, God did it. He's not going off on that. He's telling the truth. In excavations at Gizer McAllister of the Palestine Exploration Fund 1904 to 1909 found in the Canaanite stratum, which had preceded Israelite occupation of about 1500 BC, the ruins of a high place which had been a temple in which they worshipped their god Baal and their goddess Ashtoreth. Baal is like their head demon. Let's see here. Baal, it was a principal god, and Ishtar or Ashtoreth was Astarte was his wife, and she was like the goddess of reproduction. Back into it. It was enclosure 150 by 120 feet, surrounded by a wall open to the sky where the inhabitants held their religious festivals. Within the wall were 10 rude stone pillars, 5 to 11 feet high, before which the sacrifices were offered. Under the debris in this high place, McAllister found great numbers of jars containing the remains of children who had been sacrificed to Baal. The whole area proved to be a cemetery for newborn babies. Another horrible practice was that they called foundation sacrifices. When a house was to be built, a child would be sacrificed and its body built into the wall to bring good luck to the rest of the family. Many of these were found in Gezer. They have been found also at Megiddo, Jericho, and other places. All right, you know, let's see here. Uh, yeah, that's it. You know, once again, a lot of this um child abortions goes back to that witchcraft. Goes back to you know, giving your child to Molech, which here with the Canaanites is sacrificing your child to Baal, right? But you know, these Canaanites also believed in Molech. You know, I'm surprised the book didn't bring that out. You know, perhaps they didn't know at the time. All right, it's kind of a outdated book. All right, so that's all I want to bring out about you know, these child abortions. Is kind of something interesting I was reading that. You know, I was just at the library all day. You know, just wanted to, you know, just read, man. I was in there all day. You know, just reading, getting things, getting some more video ideas. You know, got so many things to go into, man. You just gotta bring it out, man. All right. Call Halam Yahweh by Shimi Hawashah wa Hakadash wa Kawah Brakatam. That's all I got. Shalom.